Hey guys, Brian from Snowwalker Bushcraft. Today in the art of tracking, we've discussed our walks, trots. We discussed gallops in succession of speed. Obviously, the slower of the batch there has been the walk, gradually moving up into trots, and then our fastest gait, which was the gallop. But there is actually another series of gaits known as lopes that you have to be familiar with. And I had to bring you up to the fastest gait, which was the gallop, in order for you to understand what a lope is. A lope is a slow gallop, and it is asymmetrical in pattern. It's energy efficient over the course of distance for the animal. And in the slow gallop that you'll see being the lope, again, you have to understand that where the hind foot leads, it's going to determine the lope that you're going to wind up with, much like the leading hind foot determines the gallop that you're going to have, whether it be a transverse gallop or a rotary gallop. And in essence, a slow gallop lope is in which at least one foot or one hind foot registers behind the leading edge of a front foot in a group of 4 footprints. All right. I need to put up another chart because there's 4 movements that I need to show you, as opposed to using the index cards first. So let's go to that now. Understanding lopes. The lope line is right here. All right? You have 4 different trails here. Okay? Bear in mind, this group right here is the transverse gallop. Okay? Transverse gallop. Here's our group of 4 tracks. 2 front, 2 hind. Okay? Rules of speed engaged. Hind feet register in front of the front feet. There's our airborne stage, and this would be the beginning of the next group of tracks. In the lope, what you'll see here, this is slowing. All right? We're slowing down. You'll see that the hind feet start to move back. And then they're moving back, and then finally to there. If this foot was to come behind, obviously we know that we have a walk on our hands. Okay? It would gradually go back down into a trot, into a walk, so on and so forth. Understanding this lope line, by the definition, at least one of the hind feet has to be in front of the leading edge of the front foot, of the leading edge of the front foot in the group of 4. As you look right here at its slowest lope, you have that one foot in front of the leading edge, which would be here. Now conversely, when the animal speeds up to get to the gallop itself, it's moving faster, and as this is moving faster, again, bearing in mind, in the transverse gallop, the hind foot follows suit with the front feet. Okay? The rear foot, or the hind foot, dictated the transverse gallop. It'll continue to move up until it's into a full gallop. Okay? I hope I explained that easily enough for you. When you're in the field, you will see this group right here is named for what you actually see. This is known as a 1 by 2 by 1 lope. Pretty much this is the same variation. Just remembering that this foot is still moving forward till we get to here. This lope right here is known as a 2 by 2 lope. It's still a gallop. These are all gallops. They're just slower gallops. That's the full-blown gallop. Okay? So now I can show you these two patterns with the index cards. 1 by 2 by 1. This would be with a right front foot. It is our leading foot. This comes down first, second, third, fourth. Very simply, you can have it on the other side as well. Left front foot hits the ground first, followed by the right front, the right hind, or I'm sorry, the left hind, and then the right hind. Okay? The 1 by 2 by 1 lope. Okay. Okay. Now we have the 2 by 2 lope. Again, left front foot hits, right front foot, left hind, right hind. And again, you can have a mirror image on the other side. You can reverse it. Right front foot hits, left front foot, right hind, left hind. All right, that's your 2 by 2 lope. Now, the next lope that you're going to wind up basically encountering or seeing is, now we're in a rotary gallop here, as dictated by the fact that the leading hind foot is opposite of the front feet. Okay, so it's right front hits the ground, left front hits the ground, followed by the left hind, and then the right hind. And there's our gallop. And as you can see, again, the progression again slows. As it's slowing, the hind feet start to move backwards. This is the one that you're going to encounter most of the time here. This would be known as a 3 by 3 lope. This here, or this group here, which would be a rotary lope, because it's still slower than a full rotary lope, or full rotary gallop, or C-shaped gallop. Alright, same principles apply again, the same thing with the rules of speed. So let's take a look at the 3 by 3 lope with the index cards. As we see the 3 by 3 lope, this would be one group that you're going to see. This is being led off with the right front foot, followed by the left front foot, then the left hind foot strikes and registers over the top of the front left, and then finally our right hind. Okay, again, you will see this just as easily this way as you will the other way. Depends on which foot hits the ground first, which front foot hits the ground first, and then the corresponding leading hind foot, which would be, in this case, the right hind foot, which registers on the front foot. Okay? Alright guys, so that wraps up lopes. I realized I didn't have any video footage of those. I couldn't find any, to be honest with you. You know, there's so many hours in a day, and you know, I was looking for trails and I just couldn't find them. So with that, we're going to go into bounds and then pronks. Whatever video coverage I can get with those, you know, I will add towards the end of the series. I will try to, whatever else I can find during the winter, I'll add and I'll put in a video to kind of tighten things up as much as I can anyway. So we'll go into bounds and pronks. After that, we'll go into track measurements and some definitions. Then we'll do probably track identification and then tracking technique. And pretty much that'll wrap up the series after that. So this is Brian from Snowwalker Bushcraft. Thank you for your views and your comments, and until the next one, walk the woods.